We have found another demon core. The manor belongs to the Last Cross family. None of them made it out alive. Valiant should leave there immediately. We can't afford anyone else, and probably doesn't want anyone to accompany him.
Goodness. Very professional beginning. I like it very much. What are the settings and controls? These are all very fancy and pantsy. I'm not actually seeing any controls. Oh, that's because the rover's here. Shock horror, Phil. There's more than one screen on these buttons. Right. Other way around, I meant. Everything looks fine. Let's just turn the music down a little bit because that's usually a safe bet when it comes to audio balancing. Right, let's get on with the game then. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to something called Cosmic Purge, which seems to involve demons and monsters and play buttons that you click on and then they don't work and then the game crashes and then you feel all big and stupid. Right, never mind. That's very usual for me to feel very stupid. So I don't know very much about this game apart from the fact that I think it involves some shooting and you have to go around 4 different levels of a mansion doing much shooting of many mischievous people who seem to be demons, judging by that little introduction. Funky music. I like the one step up from the Model T. Yeah, it's literally got a starting crank. That's quite incredible. Well then. I bring my guns with me. Feel like I probably should have unpacked them from the trunk. Ah, I have begun. But giddy, our mouse sensitivity is rather high. Alright then, so I have little pistol. I have, well, presumably machine gun, judging by the magazine. And then I have sawn off shotgun. Lovely stuff. Right then. Let us go and find somebody to shoot in the face. Hello, somebody to shoot in the face. Would you like to be shot in the face? This mouse sensitivity is going to make it really hard to aim. I'm going to need to turn this down a bit. That didn't really help at all. Right, never mind. Let's go to something which can't miss. Much better. Can I have that, please? Not sure what that was, but I think it was good. Was there a mouse sensitivity thing on here? I don't think there was. Here it is. Right, it's because the sensitivity is at maximum. That's it. Okay, if you move your mouse to the right while it's paused at a certain speed, then your shotgun seems to go a little crazy. Right, okay, here we are. Okay, that's a little bit better, so I can manage a bit better with that. I have been practicing in Fallout, it's just to try and get my aim a tiny bit better in preparation for this. But, Power Punch. Goodness, when Power Punch bar is filled, press E to use Power Punch to insta-kill enemies and get health. That sounds very exciting. Right then, hello dancing person. Alright then, let's have a go with this. Wow. I just booped him on the nose and he flew off into the next century. Excellent. I enjoyed that greatly. Right then. Is there a little monster over there? Oh goodness, there is a little monster over there. Smashing me. How unpleasant. It is now a dead monster. It's all ghouly and moly and all horrible. I don't like that much at all. Right, I want to use my power punch more because that's quite a lot of fun. But it's taking a while to recharge. Alright, let's punch this person into oblivion. That was excellent. I enjoyed that greatly. Now let's shoot this person and not be convinced that we're actually hitting them. But we are getting hit by somebody else, which is like, oh, it's because I've run out of bullets. Right, you'd think I'd remember to reload. At least occasionally. Right. These enemies don't seem to be fighting back, and as such, they are my favourite of all the enemies that I have ever fought in my life. Giddy, there's a lot of sort of growths. It's like if earth and stone could get radiation poisoning, this is what it would look like after the bombs had fallen. Right then, anything else of interest around here? I don't know whether there's like any items or much story or anything really. All I know is that there's a bit of shooting to be done. Speaking of a bit of shooting, I wish to punch you in the face. Excellent. I really enjoy using that. I'm not convinced it's a very sensible plan, because it means I get hit by them. I don't actually know where my health bar is. I assume it's this diamond off to the lower right-hand corner here. One assumes it's that. I want to test out using the other gun on you. I want to see what happens if I use this on you. Oh good. Okay, so this is a machine gun. It's also very loud. Let's just go back to something a little bit more reasonable for the time being. There we are, something a little less loud as well. I am curious about these weird growths that they've got on their heads and bellies. Are those weak points, or just bits of character design? I do not know. Well, there's different sizes as well. They come in different shapes and sizes. Keeping up, some of them are faster. Some of them are unreasonably fast. Maybe if you shoot them in the special areas, you... I didn't mean special areas like that. You know what I meant. Maybe you get like extra ammunition, or like a higher chance of getting ammunition out of them if you try to be extra specially careful. Right then, we have reached the mansion, and it looks like it's got 3 floors, and it said there were 4 levels. I'm guessing the first level is getting here, and then the final, or the next 3 levels are exploring the mansion. Okay, so their bodies do disappear. I'm not just going crazy, thinking their bodies are vanishing. Their brains are vanishing, however, when they run up to me, stab me, and then they, What the hell did that do? What the hell is going on? I can press F, and then something darts in front of my face. Am I, like, pulling a knife across? Is that what's happening? Possibly. Never mind. There's another one. For goodness sake, how many of you creatures are there? The answer to that is too dang many. That's right. Break dance your back broken. Alright then, let us go inside. Let's just crash the game, it seems, by sticking my face on the door handle. Huzzah! Very funky music, I like it. When's the jump scare coming? Oh, it's not. No, right. Fair enough. Let's go back to the shotgun, because, you know, it's sort of synonymous, isn't it? Right, sorry, I feel like I shouted out into the microphone. I apologise. I like shooting people with this gun. Grey ones and purpley ones, ooh, goodness. You know what, I think we need a bit of this. It's going to be loud, I'm sorry about that. It's effective though, you got to Right, is that all of them? No, of course not. It's never all of them, is it? There's never just one fly. Right. I still have no idea what these individual boxes I'm picking up are. I assume they're ammunition, but would you mind not spitting at me quite so much, mate? Would you mind not sneaking up behind me? That's a little bit rude. We are in a house of greatness. A house where people with manners live. You're going to be a guest here, you have to behave yourself. Right then, let's go punch someone else, because I enjoy doing that. I lost quite a lot of health. That was a total waste of time. Did you die? Thank you. It's a little disconcerting that some of the enemies sort of have blood splattering, and other enemies don't. Right, what I'm actually going to do quickly with the sound is I'm just going to turn the guns down a little bit, because they're just slightly too loud. Just slightly loud. There we are, that's a bit better. Right. I suppose it's accurate, but then again. If we wanted accuracy, we wouldn't be playing a video game with pulsating pustule thingy-jigs. We wouldn't be playing a game about demons in a mansion now, would we? Want demons in mansions in this day and age, you've got to start discussing billionaires and that sort of thing. Right, if I could get through this door. Oh, you sneaky person. You was hiding on the other side. That's very naughty of you. Right, what's giddy on? Is there some sort of spawn pod? Is that what this is? Do I have to destroy this somehow? I'll try doing it with a shotgun. Oh, goodness. Spawners destroyed. 1 of 3. Well, that answers that question then. So there will be lots and lots and lots of them. They will continue to respawn unless I can destroy all the spawners, which are where they come from. Okay, that seems reasonable. At least vaguely. Or at least it's such a simple concept that I can comprehend it, which means I maybe will be able to sort it out and deal with it. Gideon, would you mind not doing that, friend? Right, I seriously need to find some health somewhere. I seem to be getting lots of ammunition, but I seriously need some health, or else I'm going to die quite soon, because I've been a bit cretins about this. Is the only way to get health by punching people? Because, I slightly suck at that. Is that health? I don't think so, no. I do seem to be taking damage from somewhere, though. Goodness knows where. Okay, right. Maybe if I get to the next level without dying, then it'll refill my health. That seems optimistic, but hope is all I can... Hope is the only thing that's got me through the last 2 decades, so I guess we're just gonna have to roll with it. Okay, right. Where's this final spawn pod? In there, to answer that question. Huzzah! We got rid of all the spawn pods. Is that enough? Oh goodness, they were spawning in the bedrooms. Well, I suppose that is where spawning happens, technically. Depending on how you look at things. But, yeah, right. Anyway, never mind. Moving swiftly beyond that absolutely revolting thought. I want to try and get back to, like, the front door. Because I reckon now I might be due to go up the stairs. Yeah, I feel like there was a big pillar here before that was blocking the staircase. And, evening, sir. Do you ever get called Anus Mouth? I feel like you were called Anus Mouth in school. Right, never mind. Yeah, I feel like we can now access this floor, which we previously couldn't.
Those fuckers invited them here. They worship the chaos for knowledge and fortune, while they close their eyes from the madness creeping into our lives. This is the price for humanity's greed, and I'll pay it back piece by fucking piece.
So at the end there was a cart full of plague victims, in the middle there was Hermaeus Mora, and at the beginning there were some demons. Well, there's a screenplay and a half for you, isn't it? Okay then, so there does seem to be some story, but to be honest with you, it's all kind of going over my head a little bit. Right, Gideon. I think I'd better keep keep my feet stuck to the floor for some bizarre reason. I think I'd better keep the punch as a emergency weapon, because it's a good thing for getting out of a pickle. Gideon's frame rate is more the sort of thing that's going to get me in a pickle rather than out of one. But there's little ones crawling along the floor, little spidery ones. Don't like that at all. Let's just clear out some of these ones so that we can just have a look around and get a slightly better lay of the land. Which might be quite difficult. This area looks like it's a lot more open with Gideon. A lot more open, but with a lot more of them around. I feel like I need some sort of grenade or something. Or missile launcher. Or nuke. Yes, a nuke seems like a good plan at this point. Why we didn't institute that earlier, I have yet to figure out. It's slightly above the budgetary capacity of my organisation. Right, you are going to get punched in the face because I need some health. Oh, you don't need to be standing right next to somebody to punch them? It seems I have longer arms than I ever realised. I can punch people from a decent distance away, which means I don't need to get hit by them. That's nice. My total lack of brain cells is less nice, but nothing can be done about that. I know, I've asked the doctors and everything, but you two didn't die for crying out loud. No, apparently you wouldn't. Okay. It's also struck me that what I need to do is to continue to realise I've got almost no health. What I need to do is accept that I'm about to die. You were purged. I was indeed. Right, where am I? I don't know. How much progress has been reset? I also don't know that either. Right, I need to... Okay, so it's reset me to the beginning of this level. That's alright, that's fair. I can live with that. Still feel like that gun is a bit loud, to be honest, but what I've realised I need to do is I can't just clear the enemies out. I've got to defeat them spawning. Okay, so there's some limitations to the range of my forearm. Limitations I haven't quite pinned down yet. But I've got to get rid of those spawning ones, otherwise they'll just keep resetting all the time. So I have to balance this carefully. Just back up a little bit, mate. Anything around here that's going to get rid of anyone, it's a shotgun. Excuse me. Thank you. I was trying to make a joke about poor quality video formats, but you went and screwed everything up by being a smelly face. Kids. Now what's hitting me? Oh, you are. Wish more of them would drop our health. Less of them would... I keep forgetting this thing needs to be reloaded. And I keep forgetting that I need to keep moving, and I can't stand still, because there's too many things with projectiles around here. Right. I need to find more of these spawning pods. I can't keep just standing around here, otherwise I'm just wasting the ammunition. Let's find the spawning pods and destroy them. Which, idiot! Where did you lot come from, exactly? Exactly and precisely, where did you come from? Would you drop some health already? No, apparently you wouldn't. Well, there's a spawn pod. There's one up there. I didn't see that one before. Idiot. Does this shotgun have a degree of range? There was a time when all shotguns had really short ranges, but that time seems to have passed, judging off some games I've played recently. Right, let me at least try to destroy this one, because I think that'll be the halfway point, if I can destroy that one. I think this is the third one. Can I sprint? No, I can press shift to slow myself down, which is incredible. And I can jump with space. Okay, I've noticed that each gun seems to have a different colour. Like, the machine gun is slightly green, the, I'm green as well, but not in the environmental sense, which is shove off. Thank you. Yeah, like, the shotgun is yellow, the machine gun is green, and then the pistol is sort of blue. And I think that is what the boxes are. So, like, that's a blue box there, which that guy just dropped. Meaning that's pistol ammo. So at least that gives me an indication of which boxes I should prioritise and which ones I don't need to worry about so much. Really is those little guys. The little guys with the projectiles, they're the ones causing me problems right now. Because I never seem to be able to kill them. Somebody's making their skittering spider monsters out of tungsten carbide. Would you die? Thank you. Right, idiot. People just with the stop it. People just with stop it. Idiot. I am a bit rubbish at this. Mainly because I'm focusing far too much on the killing and not nearly enough on the objective. Maybe what I should do is just run around and try to destroy all the pods first. Like this. Allow me to demonstrate. Right. Just run around and just shoot the pods. Just ignore everyone else, jump about a bit, but bounce the up and down like that. Occasionally punch people where it becomes necessary. not great diplomatic advice. Just punch people where and when necessary, and then just wander around, find all the spawn pods, and destroy them first. And then we can then we can actually worry about killing the people. Because I genuinely don't feel like we're going to make much progress until the spawn pods have been destroyed. I don't feel like we're going to make much progress full stop, because I'm a bit rubbish at this. That's the wrong weapon use. Is that even a spawn pod? I don't think it is. I think it's a bit of dried seaweed. Goodness, this game is dark. It would really benefit from a, from a red... Right, I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I'm just wandering around looking at things and not finding what I'm looking for. Which is screw off. Thank you. Kitty aunts. It's like a plastic conga line. Right, go away. Right, there's one there. I've got to be sensible about this, because this can be done. This isn't that difficult. It just requires the use of one's mental faculties. Okay, right. It's just avoiding the little crawling creatures. They're the real problems. They're the real pains in the neck. And the quick ones. Like the slightly short but quick ones. Yeah, they're the really disappointing ones. So, never mind. Never mind. The connotations. Let's just bounce around a bit and try to get away from all these people before they kill me. Right. Now that I've assembled a crew behind me, I can turn around and realise I'm out of bullets. That's wonderful, isn't it? Oh dear. Oh dear. I don't stand a chance of surviving this. I need to get some of that green ammunition to sort of lead them away a bit. Here we are. That's a bit better. Okay, right. Now let's go back to this and reload it. Give me nearly as many bullets as I hoped it would. But it killed them all, and that's what I care about. Okay, right. Okay, so we've got 3 of them. I think that there is another one in here somewhere. But I need to get a bit closer. Which involves killing you. Which I just seem to suck at royally. Right, kitty out. There we are, that's a bit better. Now, I need to somehow not die. Kitty on. Just get the hell away from me. Okay, right, give me a minute. I think I've got a relatively decent tactics set up here. I just need to be... I just need to get it figured out. And everything was going so well. Everything was going so well until I started walking backwards. Then everything got a wee bit screwed. Right, giddy on. Okay, so I've got no health. Few bullets. No hope. No prospects. Literally. Oh, I was doing so well in that try. Okay. I mean, not really okay, because we're stuck here again. But, you know, it's that corner. That's not always kills me. Okay. My pickle at the moment is one of ammunition. But, I'm actually having quite a lot of fun doing this. Which surprises me. There was another spawn pod over there, but I don't know how to shoot it from this far away. I need to... I keep taking damage from things. Problem is, you can't see the projectiles and the blasted little blue things fire out, which is immensely irritating. See what I mean? Just would stop doing that, please. Right, giddy aunt. Okay, there's another spawn pod over there. And then there's one over there at the back as well. Okay, I need to let someone get close to me so that I can punch them. Which this isn't really what I wanted, to be quite frank. This is more of a gangbang than a one-on-one punching, fisting adventure. But you know, I suppose we'll just have to deal with what life throws at us. The thing is you can't stand still. You can't stand still even for a second, because then one of the projectile creatures will find you and shoot your face. You also can't walk backwards much, because people will get behind you and screw your day up royally that way as well. So I need to destroy that. Oh, yeah, see, that's what I mean. See, that's what I mean. Where did the sound for the gun go? What happened to that? What happened to that? Okay, never mind. Let's go back to this one. Okay, the machine gun's working at least. Right. Live. See, on the one hand you think, oh, it's alright if I just stand around and just clear them out a little bit, let them all just kill a few of them. Well, I'll just get loads more ammunition when they die. Yes, that's true. But only if you hit, and most of the time I don't, so, you know. In that regard, I kind of... Oh, come on! Ah, this is difficult. It shouldn't be, because it's perfectly straightforward. There's just so many of them. Right, I'm getting a little bit further each time. I'm being a little bit more competent each time. Kitty. At least I was being more competent before you came and showed your bioluminescent behind. I don't think you can use the tactic of just run around and destroy the spawners. You can't purely use that tactic because there are just too many of them, and they will swarm you, and they will kill you. You can't just use that tactic. You have to be a little bit more careful about picking a moment. Like this moment, for example. See, now I can clear out everyone in that little corner of the map, and it'll be fine, because no more of them will spawn over there. But I couldn't have done that before. There is a surprising amount of tactics involved in this. For being just a little indie shoot 'em up experience, it's actually surprisingly well put together. Or maybe it's just accidentally well put together, but either way, it's fun. Which is an odd thing for me to say, because I don't generally enjoy shooters. As much as I play quite a lot of games which involve shooting things, that's usually quite a small part of the wider experience that I enjoy. Normally it's the other things, like the story and the level design and the monsters and the realising I'm out of bullets, and then getting caught in a corner, and then everything getting royally screwed up because I was too busy talking and not busy enough playing the game. Why didn't I spawn with any bullets this time for my shotgun? For my pistol even. Getting words out my face. I feel thoroughly shortchanged. I hate these purple ones. These purple ones are the absolute worst. No matter how much you shoot them, they never fucking die. There we go. Okay. You have to use that very tactically, because you don't want to waste it. Okay, that explains a lot. So when the sound stops working, that's because the bullet isn't firing. Because I can shoot this 1,000,000 times and it doesn't do any good. It seems like my shotgun's out of commission. Not quite sure how that happened, but never mind. Right, never mind. Give me a moment. I shall try this again. So I've no bullets for the pistol. The shotgun seems to be broken, which only leaves me with this. Wonderful. Because this burns through bullets extremely quickly. Oh good, and this thing's jammed as well now, so we're just left with the pistol, which has 8 bullets in it. I don't stand a chance. Kidding. Right, at least. Okay, well, this is working. Hooray. These malfunctioning weapons are a little confusing. People did warn me there'd be some bugs in this, but they didn't mention anything about the guns misfiring. Right. I'm going to turn the recording off, because frankly this is getting embarrassing, and we can continue to play this for a little while and see if I can actually get through this level, because I wasn't expecting to actually be challenged this much, but let's... Give me a minute, I'll see what I can do. Right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because I am genuinely impressed by this, because this is actually really fun. This is well balanced. Obviously, it's got the occasional bug in it, and it seems a little inconsistent on how much ammunition you spawn with. But it's actually really fun, and there's really interesting mechanics about balancing the 3 different weapons that you've got instead of when you use them. Because at the beginning, what you want to do is use the shotgun and the pistol, sort of clear out enough enemies for you to get close to the spawner. Then you want to save the machine gun for the sort of final push, where you get like really close to it, kill the enemies that have just spawned, and also actually destroy the spawner itself, which is a lot more difficult than it actually seems. So getting the balance of everything right, and the desire to kill enemies from afar so that they don't get the chance to hurt you, but then the disadvantage of doing that is that then your ammunition is far away, and then you have to go out onto the battlefield in order to get it. And also trying to leave one enemy alive, one solitary enemy alive somewhere. You can use your special punch on to regenerate your health after a fight. Now this is proving genuinely really difficult. And you do have to be very, very cautious about pressing the reload button, because it'll reload you even if you're fully reloaded. You don't waste ammunition doing that, but goodness do you waste time. The shotgun is a pain in the neck because it's massively inaccurate, and its range is also very inconsistent. But when it works brilliantly. But most of the time, it's just a massive pain in the neck and wastes ammunition like nothing else on Earth. These guys are really inconsistent about when they shoot and when they don't. Right, I was about to give up, but somehow starting up and talking and all of your eyes on me again, I suddenly feel inspired to have another go at this. So the last 3 pods, there's one back there, there's one over there in that corner, and there's one over there. What I want to do is to figure out who the hell is shooting me? Sometimes you just take damage and you cannot see who's hurting you, because there seems to be nobody in line of sight with you, unless they're just firing from millions of miles away. It's very, very inconsistent and very, very annoying. Right, I know I was just praising this game a second ago, but now I'm cross. Those little creatures always make me cross. Running out of ammunition makes me cross as well. Oh, great, I'm out of basically everything. Just die! Thank you, for crying out loud. You also have to really walk right into the, You have to walk right into the ammunition to actually pick it up. I feel like if the hitboxes for the ammunition were a bit bigger, that would be nicer. Because often you just sort of walk around and you're trying to pick it up, but you just can't because you're not quite walking directly into it, but you can't look down at the ammo to actually see where it is, because obviously you've got enemies to fight and people to shoot. Come on. Why is no one dropping green ammo? It's not fair. Right, finally, frickin' finally, someone dropped some green bullets. I need to destroy the spawn pod, but I can't see the darn thing. Right, there we are. Okay, that's the first time I've ever managed to get that one destroyed. Come on, come on, come on. And there's always this horrible moment where you look at an enemy like that and think there's an opportunity for me to get some health back. But then you think, no, I really shouldn't do that, because if I do that, you know, it won't have recharged by the time he reaches me, or I'll put myself in slightly too much danger. See, sometimes you have to go out and do crazy things like this, where you just run out and try to grab bullets. On the one hand, it's very nicely balanced. On the other hand, it's absolutely infuriatingly difficult. It's a little bit of everything, and it's also quite fun. It's really, really annoying when you're trying so hard to stay alive, and then someone just pokes their head out from a corner like that. And there's this horrible cost of resting. I really wish you could use the mouse wheel to change weapons. That would be lovely. There's this horrible cost of resting, because of course it means that everyone you've just killed is going to respawn, which is an enormous irritant. Right, I want you to get a bit closer so that I can use my punch and you can get a bit of health back. There we go. You do get a decent amount of health from that, which is lovely, because they could be pretty stingy with that, but they're not. Okay, I need to make a push and get the one in the corner over there. I don't really have enough bullets for it. I think I'm going to need to start with the shotgun. Open with the shotgun to make the first bit of distance. I want more health before I do that, to be honest. I also want more bullets. I also want less of you. I really hate these little creatures. If it wasn't for those tiny little things which remind me of tunneler's, it genuinely wouldn't be that bad. But they do exist, so it is bad. Right, if one of you would just die, please. If one of you would just die! Thank you, for goodness sake, this shotgun gets on my nerves. It's just so inconsistent. Half the time it's fantastic, the other half of the time it's just a massive pain in the neck. Another thing which is a bit of a pain in the neck is when you kill people, if their body gets close, then you hear that sort of side noise, which is the noise they make when they attack you, which makes you think there's someone behind you, and really there isn't. It's just a dead body getting slightly too close to you, which is really frustrating. I need to stop walking backwards. I'm never going to get to the spawner if I do that. Right, run. Oh, it's not dead yet. Oh, for goodness sake. Come on, come on. Give me the green bullets. Right, there we are. This is the closest I've ever been. Okay, right, let's just hang back for a second. That's the last one in that corner. Okay, right. It's right there. There we go. Okay, fine. Now there's a finite number of enemies. If I die at this point, you have no idea the words I'm going to say to you again. And I don't know what they'll be at this point, because I feel like I'll be a mixture of cross and sad, and it's very difficult to come up with words when you feel that way. Okay, right, what have we got? A few pistol bullets, a few shotgun shells, not a great lot. Okay, right, I've just got to clear out these guys, because I want to collect up as much ammunition as possible. If I die now, I will probably burst into tears. When your screen goes red for that instant, that's when I get all scared and think that there's somebody shooting at me, because there normally is someone shooting at me. Oh, come on, I just want to show the next level. I don't think I'll be able to win it if it's any more difficult than this. Hopefully this is the hardest one, though surely they put the hardest one at the end. Come on. Getting surprisingly good at it, which is the worrying thing. At least we got to come over here and explore this corner of the house, which we've never been able to before. Right, feel like I should punch someone. Not to restore any health, just to, you know, get a bit of my pent-up frustrations out. Okay, right. I think he's the last one. Is that it? No, not quite. I feel like I should save up my punch, but I don't want to dance around him long enough for that to happen. Okay, let's reload everything. Okay, we've got lots of bullets for that. Fantastic. Let's go have a look at the next floor. I think it's the final floor. Oof, it's getting hot in here. Right. Where am I going? Through this door, one assumes. What? Oh, there's a thing behind my head. You can't see it. It's never said this before. It just says enemies, 30 of 30. Implying there's no spawners here. Which is, a lovely thought. I'm killing enemies and the number isn't going down. Okay, it's gone down to 28. Now down to 27. Okay, it's just lagging. That's fine. As long as there are a finite number of enemies, then I can deal with this. As long as they don't respawn, that's fine. I can deal with the lag. I don't care about lag. Deal with it. See, what the problem is I'm so accustomed to the old map of the last level, I keep thinking that's where I am, but I'm not. Getting confused. My old brain does not function very well. Okay, right. And those quick ones as well. You can discern the quick ones from the slow ones because they're slightly shorter. But it's difficult in this dark environment to tell very easily which one it is. At least initially. And if it's a quick one, you cannot use your punch unless it's fully regenerated. So that decision about do I hold off for an instant just to let my punch finish regenerating, that's a question you mustn't ask yourself if it's a quick one. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Just teaching you etiquette for the next time you have a quickie. Right. We're down to 13 enemies. Also down to very, very little health. I'd like to lure away one standard enemy. See, what am I taking damage from? Seriously, somebody needs to explain how that works, because it makes no sense at all. I want you to come closer. There we go. Right. Maybe it's that they shoot through, like, gaps in the wall or something. I really don't understand. Okay. Down to 11 enemies. Oh, no, 10 enemies. Lag hadn't caught up with us yet. Okay, I'm going to go back to the machine gun. Okay, we don't have nearly as many bullets as I thought we would for this. That's alright. Grab this ammo here. Never, ever stop moving. It reminds me of Doom a little bit in that way, and you really should keep moving, not just for the enjoyable dynamism, but also for the self-preservation. I think the faster ones are also slightly darker, which is interesting. I want them to die because I want to punch you. There we go. It's tricky getting the distance on them right. Okay, down to 2 enemies. Probably little skittery ones. I've got to be careful. There's only a few shots and they'll kill me. Okay, I think I saw one. Yep, there's one of them. Yep, finally. Okay, last enemy. Where is he? Where is he? Kitty, what the hell is that? It's big and it's green. I don't like it very much at all. It's also tough as nails. also deaf as a doorknob, which is lovely. Oh goodness, it's finally seen me. Okay, it's not very observant. It does have large volumes of lead in its buttocks, however. It's clearly some kind of a boss, but Gideoni's tough. I'm going to run out of bullets at this rate. How many shotgun shells have I got? Quite a few, but I don't really want to use it because I'm going to have to get close, and he looks like he's got long arms. So he's got a much wider strike than everyone else. Where is he? Where's he gone? He's still in here, isn't he? Oh, huzzah! Huzzah, and finally! Yay! Gideons! Oh my word, that was difficult. That was difficult, but super fun. Genuinely, really, really enjoyable. Oh dear. Very nice environment and enemy designs, and just the right number of guns to be different enough and to allow for enough tactics in terms of what you use and when you use them. And very nicely balanced to be tough but relatively fair. I still don't quite understand the projectiles on those little skittering enemies. Man, the pimples took you hard, didn't they, friend? Right. Giddy ups. I think the only things I would change is maybe give the shotgun 2 shells. Maybe have 2 shells in the shotgun, because that's just slightly irritating that you have to reload after every single shot with a shotgun. And maybe make it so that you can switch weapons using the mouse wheel, because it's slightly irritating having to take your hands off the forward button, at least for me in terms of the way I hold the keyboard. I have to take my middle finger off the forward button in order to change weapons, and if you could do it with the mouse wheel, then that would be good, because you don't use your right finger for like aiming as you traditionally would in an FPS, so your one of your fingers is free to do that on the mouse, so that might allow you to switch weapons a little bit more easily. But this was really good. This is genuinely really fun. I was a little bit worried about playing this because people were constantly talking about bugs. I don't know whether most of them have been fixed since those messages were written, but the only bug I found is occasionally the weapons sort of stalling, as it were, when the sound doesn't play, and the bullets don't come out. But other than that, it's extremely good. The lighting is done very nicely. As I said, the environment and the enemy designs are unique and interesting, and it's simple enough that you get the grips of what's going on, so that you can sort of get on with playing it very easily. But then as you play through it, you realise you need all these sort of tactics to balance things out and to manage the enemies very carefully. And my giddy aunt, that 3rd level was really, really difficult. And talking about the level design actually, as well as the environmental design, sort of the placement of walls is quite clever, because they cover the spawning pods quite carefully, so that you really do have to get close to them to shoot them. You can't really shoot them from a distance. There's 1 or 2 you can shoot from a distance, but not many. You have to get quite close to them, which forces you to fight your way through the enemies, which sort of forces you to play the game and play through its mechanics, which is very cleverly done. But I'll stop yammering on at this point. That was really good. That was really impressive. I think that's an extremely good example of how to do a sort of indie first-person shooter in a sort of Doom style. It's an extremely good example of how to do one, with some very nice funky music in it as well. So I really enjoyed that. As tough as it was, and as frustrated as I got with that 3rd level, I really, really enjoyed that. I hope you did as well. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and